Welcome back. So before we kick off our conversation on Spate of Kidnapping, we have this tweets that are coming in. I have this one from Olalekan Olayinka. He says, "We don't need court cases, just our money. Don't care who drops them or who owns them now, or how they got it. Just that our money is back." That's Olalekan Olade. And then this is the one says, hold on. Oh, Akim Adebisi says, banks do report the suspicious funds to CBN, to the Apex Bank. What the CBN does with the report is another kettle of fish. And Daniel says, stop the speculations, non-fact based. The EFCC cash is not because banks did not report. That's Daniel Simon. He says the EFCC is covering cash is not because the banks did not report. Okay. So what's going on? You want to explain further? Let's go on to the kidnapping.
All right, then we're going to begin by looking at the spate of kidnapping. Kidnapping is not a Nigerian thing, I promise you. It's a global issue, but it looks like in Nigeria it is becoming, you know how something happens in Nigeria and it becomes fashionable and everyone jumps on the bandwagon. That is the kind of thing we're seeing now. We have all kinds of challenges in the area of education, unemployment, corruption, and then the big one called kidnapping. And the incident of last week brings this more into focus, what happened in Ikorodu last week, and it's taking all kinds of heights right now in Nigeria. Now we have in the studio with us to discuss this matter a security expert, Mr. Ahmed Kadiri. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining.
Thanks for having
joining us this morning, and not intending to take the lady last. We have Dolakwa Badmus, who's Police Public Relations Officer, Zone 2. Good morning.
Good morning.
And thank you for joining us. Now, let me begin with you. What happened in Ikorodu last week is very distressing indeed. It looks like kidnappers have decided they're not only going to take away their kidnapped victims, they're going to stand back and actually fight back. They're killing policemen, they're killing military officers. Now, if the police and the military who are supposed to protect us are being attacked in such a way, where does that leave us?
Well, let me first start by saying that was an unfortunate incident, and the Inspector General of Police has actually sympathized with the family of the lost colleagues, and it's out there. It is not like that. The incident occurred when there was a distress call around 2 a.m. and then because in that Isawo area, we have joint task force of the military and the police. And then when the distress call was made, they had to move with armored personnel carrier and also a lightweight vehicle, which is a pickup. And they moved into the scene. They were able to engage the kidnappers. And lucky enough, they rescued victims. And then while the battle was ongoing, they retreated back into the creek. And because it was night, they were not able to, visibly see the area. And they never knew they were in groups. And the other groups, while they were in there fighting the battle, and the other groups, which we suspect might have mounted sentry for them, took the other turn. And at the return, while they were coming back, they were watching the back, which they thought they've encountered the insurgents and thought they've gone back. They never knew there are other people or other hoodlums that have gone to stand on their way out, and they were engaged in between their movement and the APC. Although it went that way, it was an unfortunate incident and it was a terrible ambush.
Well, what are we supposed to do now?
Yeah, if you look at that Ikorodu, when the AIG visited the scene, AIG Adamu Ibrahim, MNI, and he engaged the members of the public. First thing that we're happy about is that the security agents in that area are spontaneous. They are always spontaneous. They are always on the ground. And then secondly, what also occurred or happened in that place is an eye-opener that security is everyone's business. Because even while the AIG was talking to them, one of the residents told the AIG that around afternoon they saw someone on a bike in army camouflage, and it was going up about, and then they assumed he's a soldier man,
security
and
officer.
then nobody called on the. We presume maybe he has come actually, to survey and look at what is really going on in that. And then in Isawo area, this the community call them militants, we call them kidnappers, in order not to glorify them though. When the issue of pipeline vandalization was on, these are the people that really did that.
Okay.
And then there is an indication that the community actually welcomed them in way of being silent about their activity.
Okay, all right. Mr. Kadir, you are a security expert.
Yeah.
The issue of security being the business of everybody, that has been reiterated time without number. But it looks like we're not observant enough. We're not doing our part enough, even though in the end we are the same ones who will suffer from our lack of diligence. What is your advice to people when it comes to issues of security? So that, we have been told that kidnappers only operate from information they get from an insider. Can we not prevent this by opening our eyes and our ears? You see strange movement, you immediately are alert and you report. How much of that are we doing?
Thank you very much. I remember as a child, single-digit age, there used to be this clip NTA used to show, and that was the first time I ever saw that word, be vigilant. This is well over 20 years ago. So it's not as though government has not been making these inputs regarding educating the public, but that education has not been enough.
Okay, can you just hold your thoughts? We'll need to take a moment and we'll come back to continue.
That's fine.
Please don't go away.